To the people of Merseyside, Everton versus Liverpool means more than 3 points. The Reds are full of confidence after beating Manchester City in the Champions League. But as these two rivals lock horns for the 231st time, form may end up counting for nothing.
Walcott. Coleman flicking it on, and Cenk Tosun scores.
Looking to make an impact in his first Merseyside derby is Cenk Tosun. After a slow start, he scored 4 times in his last 4 appearances. That goal return means he has a 33% shot conversion rate, which is the highest of Everton's forwards this season.
He's definitely come in and added that dimension, what Everton needed, especially that strong presence up front and getting some goals for them. It's always hard to come in, especially in that transfer window, and adapt to the Premier League straight away. But I suppose it's down to his hard work and dedication and wanting to straight away get off the mark.
Everton's defence have definitely had a campaign to forget. They've conceded an average of 1.66 goals per game so far, the highest ratio in their Premier League history. It's an area that Sam Allardyce will want to address.
When you look at the injuries that they've had to fullbacks, I suppose with Ashley Williams, he's been more consistent in previous seasons. This one hasn't been his best. And I suppose with Keane coming in his first season, maybe he needed that stability alongside him and someone organising him and helping him out. So I think just the instability at the back, I suppose that's where they've been conceding a lot of goals.
The good news for Allardyce is that after a long wait, Seamus Coleman and Leighton Baines are now fully fit again. Since the start of last season, Everton have a much higher win percentage when both of them are in the starting lineup together.
2 great fullbacks, and I think Everton have definitely missed them because not only defensively are they solid, they add another dimension to Everton's attack, so that will help them going forward. And with the instability that we've already spoken about with the defensive back 4, they will definitely help and tighten things up for this last stretch of the campaign.
Mohamed Salah continues to light up the Premier League. He's scored 29 goals so far, and staggeringly, that's more than 4 Premier League clubs have managed all season. He's now a doubt, though, after picking up an injury on Wednesday night.
I don't think there's no words for Mo Salah at the moment this season. I think everyone's been surprised. I don't think anyone could have ever predicted that he would have this breakout season that he's shown this year. The guy has just been immense, the amount of goals, but not only that, his level of ability to take players on 1v1 and create and score goals has been absolutely phenomenal.
Despite being known for his attacking brand of football, Jurgen Klopp's defence has also improved this term. The Reds have 13 clean sheets in the league so far. That's already more than they managed in the whole of last season.
I think finding some confidence in their keeper, obviously Mignolet going out now and the new keeper coming in, there just seems to be more composure and more confidence throughout the back line.
Gini Wijnaldum may be handed another start by his manager this weekend. Liverpool have a much higher win percentage with the Dutch midfielder in the starting 11. That's despite the fact he scored just 1 goal this season.
As a teammate, you know the job that he does for you. And I think definitely his work rate, the amount of distance he covers, and he also gives us stability to the back line. He sits in front of them and does that job that some other players don't really want to do.
Everton's last victory over Liverpool came in 2010, and since then a red tide has swept across the city. In their last 14 meetings, Liverpool have dominated in almost every department. So how will the latest Merseyside derby play out?
This is a huge game for both teams. Just that rivalry, that passion, the fans, everything about it makes for an exciting game. It's hard to call which way it's going to go. Obviously, the form of Liverpool, Everton, but anything can happen on the day, so I'm looking forward to it.
Welcome back to Premier League Today. We've talked about the Manchester derby, the dilemma that Pep faces this weekend with his team selection. Let's now talk about the Merseyside derby. Liverpool going to Goodison in the Premier League. Now then, I suppose the same problem, isn't there, for Jurgen Klopp? Slightly different because it's not about winning the title for Liverpool, but it's still about finishing in the top 4. So he's still got points to think about in that race. What team does he pick? Jurgen Klopp. Let's go to the away team. Let's put that straight up.
Well, I think top 4, I think we all agree is, you know, that's going to happen, isn't it?
Should do.
Can he finish second? I think that's probably what Jurgen Klopp's goal is. Can they finish second? City has blown everybody away. can they finish second? I think they're right there, and this game is really important.
Are they the second best team, do you think? Mourinho said not, because they
well, the second best attacking team. I mean, you look at United, De Gea, again, how important he is to the side.
Yeah.
Do Liverpool, do they have the goalkeeper of the future? Karius has been a lot better as of late since he's come back into the side, but you know, the big difference there is the goalkeeper. So attack-wise, Manchester City are the second best team in the country, but defensively, we're still looking for them to take shape. Van Dijk has been terrific since he's come in. I still think we'll see changes there next season.
Well, what about this weekend, then, in terms of team selection? Because he's going to want Van Dijk fit. He's got problems at centre-back as it is. Joe Gomez injured. Joel Matip out for the season as well. Klavan's got a bit of an injury, so he may or may not even be fit for this weekend. But if he is, you would think he would try and rest Van Dijk, surely, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think that's bound to happen. I think Milner put in an incredible performance against Manchester City. I know he can play forever and he can run forever, but you'd like to think he'll be rested.
And Moreno, by the way, in for Robertson.
Moreno's going to play, yeah. I think Henderson, don't think there's any question he'll play because he's obviously suspended.
So he can't play against City?
Against City in the next game, so he'll play.
Wijnaldum came off the bench. Think he'll start?
Wijnaldum, I think he'll start, yeah, I really do. I mean, the big question is in attack, obviously, Salah, he looks injured.
There's no way he'll risk him, surely.
No chance. I mean, especially at the Etihad, they're going to need his ability to counter-attack. So I can't see Mane playing. I really can't see him playing. And they've got different options. I think Solanke can play up top.
Well, he played there against Everton earlier in the season, didn't he? At Anfield.
And he came on against Manchester City in the Champions League game. So I think he does have really good options. The question is, what does he do? I don't think you can afford to risk Mane, especially with the injury to Salah. So the question... I'd love to see one of these young players play. There's so much hype about him, exciting young player. I wonder if Klopp would he be as brave as... Would he be as brave as that? Yeah, I mean, that's the real question. I think to play Woodburn, Solanke and Ings. I know Everton only had 18% possession against Manchester City, but I think he'll show them a little bit more respect than just playing some of these young guys.
Well, I wonder if there were any clues from that game earlier on in the season at Anfield, because he did make a lot of change. He got a bit of stick as well, particularly with the fact that he didn't get the result in the end as well. Well, he played Solanke up top. Klavan played.
Yeah, he did.
Centre back. I think the Ox had just come into the team. Oxlade-Chamberlain. What other changes did he make? Salah did play. Firmino and Coutinho were rested for this game.
I think there was a phase where they had so many games over Christmas that he was rotating a lot of players, because he said last season they had issues with that. This season he wanted to address that and rotate players. And really, at the time, it actually worked quite well. The only reason this didn't is because of the late penalty, but actually he did a good job of using the whole squad.
Well, he's actually still made the most changes in the Premier League this season. So...
But I think, in a way, you know, you've been in teams. It's nice that the managers trust the players. You know, I think everybody looks at the starting 11, they're the most important. But actually, when you can throw in some of these other players and they can come and do a job, you think about Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson.
If you're fighting on lots of different competitions, then...
You have to, don't you? They didn't get a result.
And brought Van Dijk in.
Well, not only just Van Dijk. I think the whole balance of the team is for me, they play more sensibly. They play a bit like a German team. As you know, when we played great teams with Bayern Munich, you know, we respected them, but we had a bit more structure as well. I think Liverpool, they were so attacking early on in the season. I think now they defend a little bit better. Van Dijk's made a difference, but I think the fullback's positioning has been better as well.
And the goalkeeper, they've changed, because Mignolet played in that game and Karius has come in.
Karius has been terrific. I think he's been great, but I think also the midfield protection has been better as well. So I think Klopp deserves a lot of credit. He's made a lot of changes. Robertson's coming to the side, Karius coming to the side, Van Dijk was a big signing. The balance of the team is dramatically better, and that's why Liverpool are performing so well.